So imagine hanging out at home after a solid workout, grabbing a snack, and instead of doing your chores, you've got a 5-foot-tall robot folding your laundry in the corner. And that's not a movie anymore. That's literally 2026. And this is the year AI actually stood up and walked into our living rooms. From humanoid robots that can do your housework without complaining, to a little solar-powered bot that follows you around outside like a puppy just to keep your phone charged. I've rounded up the absolute wildest inventions hitting the market this year, and you have to see them to believe them. Let's jump in. All right, first up, we got to talk about robot vacuums. Usually they are pretty dumb. They get stuck on a rug, choke on a shoelace, and just beep at you until you save them. But the Roborock Saros Rover just dropped and it literally grew legs. It uses this wild wheel leg architecture that allows it to independently lift and bend its wheels. And this means it can physically climb your stairs and clean them while it goes. It can hop over high thresholds. It can do tight pivots and handle your whole multi-level house without you ever having to carry it up the second floor. It even goes back downstairs by doing this weird reverse aquatic backstroke motion, and since it is brand new tech, there's no official price tag yet, but expect it to cost a small fortune when it officially drops. Next, if you hate prepping food as much as I do, check out the Seattle Ultrasonic chef's knife. At first glance, it looks like a premium Japanese steel blade, but inside the handle, it has a piezoelectric ceramic crystal that vibrates the blade over 30,000 times a second. You can't hear it or feel it vibrating in your hand, but it essentially acts like a microscopic chainsaw. It slices through squishy tomatoes and rock-hard potatoes with basically zero physical downward force. It's going to run you about $400, but honestly, for effortless cooking that makes you feel like a master chef, well, I'm totally here for it. And speaking of smart upgrades, if you're tired of paying a premium for haircuts, or if you're terrified of messing up your own fade at home, there is the Glyde Smart Hair Clippers. Now, these things use AI and physical sensors to guide your haircut. You just wear this special fade bend around your hat, connect it to the app, and follow the steps. The crazy part is that the software adjusts the blades in real time based on your movement, so you literally can't mess it up or you can't cut too high. These are dropping this summer for around $150, meaning they literally pay for themselves after just a few skip trips to the barber. Alright, this next one is actually insane. The Naqi neural earbuds look like normal wireless earbuds, but they act as an invisible user interface. They actually let you control your tech with your mind and facial muscles. You don't need to get a crazy brain chip implanted in your skull like Neuralink. These earbuds read the electrical signals from your body. You can just clench your jaw, blink or raise your eyebrows, and the AI translates that into digital commands. You can control your computer, turn on your smart home lights, or even steer a wheelchair without ever using a touchscreen or your voice. They are estimated to cost over $1,000, but it is an absolute next level tech. Now for the morning routine, we have the NuraLogix longevity mirror, and this is a $900 mirror that scans your face for 30 seconds while you brush your teeth. It uses a tech called transdermal optical imaging to actually watch the blood flow patterns right under your skin. From that 30-second scan, the AI spits out over 100 health metrics, including your physiological age, your stress levels, and your long-term risk for heart attacks or diabetes up to 20 years in the future. It's basically a medical crystal ball right in your bathroom. Now, if you think folding phones are getting boring, Samsung just dropped the Galaxy Z TriFold. We finally moved past the single crease. This phone literally folds 3 times using a dual hinge system, expanding from a normal thick smartphone footprint into a massive 10-inch plus tablet. It's packing top-tier processors and 16 gigs of RAM, meaning it's basically a true uncompromised laptop replacement for power users. The catch? It's going to run you a casual $2,900. Yeah, almost $3,000 for a phone. You really have to want that screen real estate. Alright, so you want a phone that's even weirder? The Honor Robot phone was the wildest thing shown off this year. It has a built-in motorized gimbal with a 200 megapixel camera that physically pops out the back. It uses embodied AI, meaning when you ask it a question, the camera arm physically nods or shakes its head at you. If you are walking around your room during a video call or recording a vlog, the camera physically swivels to track you so you are always perfectly framed without needing a tripod. We don't have an exact price yet, but it's officially hitting shelves in the second half of 2026. Now for something completely wild, just for fun, the Lollitune music Lollipop. It's literally candy that plays music straight into your skull. It uses bone conduction technology, so instead of sound waves hitting your eardrum, the sound vibrations travel from the candy through your teeth and jawbone directly into your inner ear. You can buy versions with preloaded songs or ones that connect to your phone via Bluetooth, and to anyone else in the room, it's silent, but in your head, you're at a concert. It's about $11 a pop, which is honestly worth it just to experience how weird it feels. Now, the absolute real stars of 2026 are the humanoid robots. Figure just dropped the Helix 02, and it uses a single neural system to walk, balance, and use its hands all at the exact same time. Rather than relying on clunky separate programs, it's already doing multi-minute autonomous tasks like unloading and reloading a dishwasher in real kitchens without humans controlling it remotely. It even uses its hips to bump drawers shut when it has its hand full. And right alongside them, Tesla is gearing up to pump out a massive 1 million Optimus robots a year at their Fremont factory. They are already testing them internally to fold laundry, handle delicate objects, and walk across uneven terrain. With a target price of around 20 grand, we are dangerously close to everyone having their own robot butler to clean the house while we chill on the couch. So bottom line, 2026 is the year the tech industry finally stopped playing it safe. We went from staring at screens all day to having tech that actually interacts with the physical world for us. Whether it's a vacuum climbing your stairs, a knife doing the heavy lifting for you, or a full-blown robot doing your laundry, the friction in our daily lives is just disappearing. It's a little scary, sure, but it's mostly just pretty awesome. And if you thought these gadgets were insane, let me know down in the comments which one you'd actually buy. Would you drop 3 grand on a TriFold phone, or let a mirror tell you how healthy you are? Drop a comment, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.